Welcome. Yeah, go ahead, take a seat. I'm so glad that you could make the appointment today after our initial consultation. Yeah, I'm excited to really dive in today and help you plan your vacation with us. Yeah, I felt like after our first initial consultation that we would have a really amazing trip ready to plan for you, and I'm really excited to work with you. Of course, it's my pleasure. I'm glad that you felt that we were the right fit. Yeah. Well, let me go ahead and just pull up your forms with us. Okay. All right. Oh, you like my little knickknacks? Thank you so much. I actually got this pot and this little toucan here from Costa Rica. Fun fact, my mom is actually Costa Rican. Yeah, so not only is it a beautiful country to visit and explore their culture and history, but I'm also connected to it through family, which is really cool. Yes, I haven't had the opportunity to go very often, but I am looking forward to future excursions there. Yes, working in the travel industry is definitely really exciting, and I get to really sort of vicariously travel through so many of my clients and their vacations or their trips to other locations. But I am looking forward to my own trip sooner than later. Yeah. So let me see now. Okay, I have your forms up. Now, based on our last discussion, we talked about you potentially going to Kauai, Hawaii. Is that still the location that you're really looking forward to going to? You feel set on that? Well, I can understand. It's been on your bucket list, it sounds like, for a while. Yeah. It's a wonderful island that is truly beautiful in both nature and rich with history and culture. I'm sure you'll find plenty of things to do, and one of the things I'm excited to do with you today is go through the different items, activities, and experiences that you can enjoy on your Kauai trip. Yes, so I'm really excited to help you put that together then, if you feel this is the location for you. Yes, well, now that we've got the location determined, I like to start off first with confirming your accommodation. So where you're going to stay in terms of a hotel or a condo or Airbnb such as that. And then I like to make sure we get your flights and your rental car situated. And once we get those details really locked in, it will be much easier for us to create an itinerary of your time spent there. Exactly. I find that makes my clients feel so much more comfortable and feel excited as well, anticipating your upcoming trip. Exactly. Now let's go ahead and first confirm what dates are you planning to go on your trip? What are some potential dates you're looking at? So you're looking sometime in June. Okay, another month, August. Alright, or September. Okay. No problem. Those are wonderful times to visit. Now, are there specific dates you're open to? Any time of those months? Okay. Nothing that I need to be aware of just in case? No, you should be good? Okay. Well, once we lock in this vacation for you, ideally you can kind of plan everything else around that time. I truly think taking the time to go travel and relax is really important for everyone to try to do if they're able to. And you don't really have to travel too far either. I know you mentioned it was really important for you to travel domestic in the US versus longer international travels, but maybe sometime later you'll feel the strength and energy to take on international. Of course. All right, so let's go ahead and see. Now, we want to make sure that first we lock in where you'll be staying. So we do have on the island of Kauai the North Shore, which is very popular for the lush greenery. It rains quite a bit up there in the north, so you did get quite a bit more of the rainy season when staying in that location in part of the island. You also then have the Eastern Shore, and the Eastern Shore is also a great place to stay, and you have the ability to travel easily to the north or to the south from that point of view. And there's wonderful beaches, especially to see the sunrise. And then if you travel down to the south, that's also very popular and full of fun activities and places to see. The West Shore is not exactly habitable, so you're really looking at those three other shores I just described. Exactly. I think for your stay, I would recommend the East Shore. Based on your budget, it's a bit more expensive to stay in the North Shore, and I do think it's a really great position to be able to experience both the North and the South from an easier middle location. And the Eastern Shore also has amazing beaches and things to do as well. Exactly. Does that sound like the shore for you? Alright, so let's go ahead and look at the Eastern Shore. Now, as you can see in front of you, I have a screen. Yeah, if you just take a look there, you'll notice as I'm pulling things up, you'll be able to see them as well. Alright, so can you see that all right? Wonderful. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull up some of the options here. So first you have your hotels and your resorts. You can see that okay? Now hotels and resorts are wonderful options. They do provide more of a luxury experience where, you have room service maybe available. You have housekeeping services. You don't have certain luxuries such as, obviously the price can be a bit more expensive with resort fees, and it can be quite busy and not as private on those beaches that you experience with fellow guests. And then you also don't really have the luxury of an in-home kitchen. You do have to sort of rely on every meal being prepped or made via the hotel, resort, or the local restaurants. Now, I do think you're going to be spending quite a bit on your budget with eating out and experiencing some wonderful local food. I wouldn't want to keep that from you at all. However, I do think a kitchen can also be a great amenity to have if you prefer the condo option or beach house option. Yeah, of course. So condos or Airbnbs, etc., they're obviously a bit more homey, and you kind of want to make sure you find your best fit for what you're looking for. Yeah, and those do offer sometimes more than often than not kitchens and other fun amenities, even such as swimming or snorkeling gear, things you can enjoy on the beach like beach chairs. And some of those neighborhoods like condos also share a pool as well. So it's not as luxurious as a resort, but it does offer sort of a more private and homey experience. Now, out of those options, is there anything you're really leaning towards? The condo seems more up your alley. Okay, I think that's a wonderful option and a little less expensive. So I think that will really make room for your budget for maybe some other things you're really looking forward to doing. Because the reality is, ideally, you're not spending all your time where you're staying. Obviously, make sure that it's comfortable. But it's very important to make sure that you're out and about and you're exploring Kauai and all the beauty it has. Exactly. Okay, I'm just going to pull up some list of condos. You should see it on the screen there. Yeah. Alright, so we have a couple here, and I have them results that have the available months and date ranges you're looking at. So all of these are open. None of them are booked yet, so you're way ahead of schedule. In fact, now is the time to book so that you can lock in your accommodations, right? Now, to kind of narrow down our search here, what other items are you looking for in your stay? Is there anything else in terms of preferences? Okay. So you might enjoy some air conditioning, of course. It might be a little bit more expensive or difficult to find. Is that a deal breaker? Do you have a deal breaker, or is there something that you really, really want? Ah, okay. So you're really looking for a beachfront space. Okay, that is important. And that will narrow down our search quite a bit. So you're looking for the ability to walk right out the door and the beach is literally right a few steps away kind of thing. No, I think that's a wonderful thing. Who wouldn't want to fall asleep to the sounds of ocean waves? I know, I would love that. Although you might also be listening to some roosters and chickens. Just a heads up. You may also want to bring some earplugs for that. Okay, I found a space if you want to take a look. It doesn't have air conditioning, but it is a condo with a kitchen, king size bed. It has all the amenities, Wi-Fi. It does have some fans, so some manual fans that you can run if you're very warm. I do think some of the months you chose could be on the warmer side, but you could also go in a cooler month and not have to battle the heat and humidity. You can also see the reviews of other people who have stayed in that location. Yeah, it seems like some of these have some great reviews. You're liking that one right there. Okay. Let me pull that one up. I'll just go ahead and click through the different images. Do you like what you're seeing so far? You're really enjoying it? Okay. Do we feel like this might be the one? Yeah, the beach is literally steps away, and you get a cute little balcony. So in the morning you can just oversee the ocean and journal or have a cup of coffee. That sounds amazing to me. I would be sold. Alright, well, it sounds like that might be our pick. So I'll go ahead and lock that one in. Is there a specific month you're really leaning towards? June. Okay. Perfect. Alright, I've set that in. I'll go ahead and finalize the deposit payments afterwards with you after our session today, but you should be good. I've gone ahead and reserved it, so your spot is reserved for that space. Yes, I'm excited. And your partner is okay with you going through all this? Okay, yeah. Well, it just just in case, I can, we don't need to do any payments today. I can email you all the information if you just want to double confirm with them all the items we go over today. And if you have any changes, I can adjust anything. And as long as I can get some kind of confirmation of these payments between now and 48 hours, just because things change pretty quickly, then I think you'll still be in a good spot. Yeah. Okay, let's do that then. I'll go ahead and email you the info. All right, well, congratulations. You found your place. You're located on the Eastern Shore. You're not very far from the airport either, so that brings us to the next item on our list, which are the flights and a car rental. Okay, so let me pull that up. Looks like on the day that you arrive, there are a few flights you can see, some options. Is there anything you're leaning towards? You like the morning flights? Okay. The morning. Okay, well, it looks like you have a morning flight. Not too early, but a morning one. And it's just a couple hours of a flight. There's no stops, so we did make sure to do a no pit stop travel so that you can make sure you get there all in one trip, which I find can be way less exhausting and much more worth your money, even if it is a bit more expensive. But it looks like you're getting some good deals because of how far out we are right now. It's not too crazy. So yeah, you leave in the morning and you'll arrive in the afternoon, which I think is a perfect time, simply because on the island of Kauai, things do close a bit early, earlier than maybe you would expect locally to you. So I think it's important to get there in the daytime, because if you're arriving at a condo specifically, I would want you to have enough time to stop at a grocery store, pick up any supplies that you need, and then settle into your space and have enough time to get a meal as well. I think that would be the most efficient use of your day traveling there. All right, so you want to do the morning flight there. Okay, I'll just slap that in. And then it looks like the return flight home will be sometime in the afternoon, and you'll arrive back home in the evening. Does that sound okay? Yeah, no pit stops either. No connection flights. Okay. All right. Wonderful. Okay. So I'm going to reserve those, and just so I know, do you have any preferences for seating arrangements? Okay, you want the window seats and an aisle seat, or a middle seat, yeah, okay. I mean, I can try and get you an aisle seat, but you'd have probably a stranger in the middle of both of you. Yeah, maybe you'll luck out and someone won't be on the aisle, and then you guys can kind of space yourselves out a bit. But yeah, that makes sense. Your partner's really wanting a window seat. You know, mine is the same way, so I completely understand. I often sacrifice my desire for the aisle seat to be in the middle seat so that they can have the window seat. Alrighty. Well, it looks like we have the flight situated, and like I said, it's not that far from your condo where you're staying. I think the next thing, or the last thing for this section, is just the car rental. Yeah. Now, do you have a preference of a car? The cheaper chicken? I gotcha. Okay. So, a compact or economy car should do the trick. Probably nothing too small, but I think compact is going to be, it's going to be like your generic 4-door sedan type of deal. Yeah. All right, I see one up on the screen there. Does that fit your budget for the week? Okay. And you're looking to go for the full 10. Yeah. Okay. I mean, you're going for more than just a week, but I like to, consider that some of your travel days take away from your vacation time. So I feel like you're really experiencing everything for a full week, even though there's a couple extra days to accommodate for the travel time. Yeah, why not experience everything to the fullest? Okay, well then I think we have the car set, and you don't need to pay for the car just yet, until you pick it up at the lot there at the airport. So the only things you're going to need to put down first is the deposit for the condo, and then you'll pay the rest when you arrive, and you would pay any insurances up front as well, which we think would be a good idea. Yeah. And then the flight, we would want to book the full amount. Okay, so you're looking at, let me put the total cost about there on the screen. Does that look okay to you? And I'll email this over to you, and you can look it over with your partner. All right. Wonderful. Okay, well, I think we have all of that good to go. We can move on to the more fun section, which will be going over the experiences and the activities that you really want to experience on your trip. So let's move into that section now. Well, next we can go over some of the more interesting items, which is what you'd like to experience during your stay in Kauai. Let me go ahead and write down some of these things off the top of our heads together. And then what I'd like to do is take a bit of time, maybe 10 minutes or 15, to just go over and create an itinerary for you on my end. And you can just take a coffee or relax in our lobby, and then I'll call you back in and we can go over the itinerary together. How does that sound? Yeah, this will really help me get the juices flowing. And I will create a loose itinerary based off of the really important things you'd want to experience or prioritize for your trip. And the itinerary will be a helpful guide. It's nothing you need to sort of stick to. Some activities might be things you do actually reserve and book on a specific day, but that's really meant to essentially keep you on your toes, so to speak, but essentially it's to help you plan your other activities around those more important moments that you really want to spend some time dedicating to. So let's go over what are some really important things for you to experience on this trip. You really want to eat some good food. Alright, I don't think we'll have any short of ideas about that. I'll have probably a separate list for that, but we'll make sure to carve that in. You want to experience some good coffee. Yes, Hawaiian coffee is a delicacy for sure. Something to really take advantage of while you're there. Anything else? You really want to experience some nature? Of course, I think that's probably one of the reasons why you chose this island versus others, right? Yeah, the other islands have very wonderful qualities about them, but this one particularly has some wonderful things in terms of nature. Okay, so you want to experience nature. Oh, but you're saying you don't want to be too adventurous. Okay. Can you elaborate on that? Yeah. Okay. So you're not into those like helicopter ride trips. Okay. That's okay. You're already a little afraid of heights. I get that. Okay. Anything else? You're not a huge hiker, okay? But you do like easygoing walks, hikes kind of thing. Easygoing, okay. Alright, no, that's totally understandable. I think I might be similar. Easygoing. Okay, so nothing strenuous, nothing too risky. Okay. So you're looking to have some nice but safe fun, is what I'm gathering. Okay. Anything else? You really want to relax and enjoy the beaches, okay? That's understandable. You'd like to catch a sunrise or a sunset. You can always do both. Okay. Yes, there are Nepali coast tours. They vary in differences where you can have like a sunset tour where it's more like a booze cruise kind of thing, very chill, but also very fun. And then there's other tours that are a little bit more activity based, like snorkeling. You'd be interested in the sunset one, okay? And in terms of activities, is snorkeling of interest to you in general? Not really? Okay. You're kind of on the fence. Well, that can always be something you can seek out and probably book during that week, but I'll just make a side note for that. Now, can you tell me a bit about your comfortability with ATV dune buggy tours? You're open. Okay. I'm trying to kind of gauge all different activities, yeah. Okay, and you want to enjoy the shops or museums or whatever else in the towns locally there. Okay. All right. I think I have quite a bit to work with. In fact, I'm already formulating a few ideas. Now, I think this might be a good time for me to go and spend some time coming up with the itinerary for you. And then I can call you back in. Yeah, and then we'll go over it together. Then you can take it home. Just like everything else, take a look at it and let me know if you have any changes and we can adjust any details. Of course. Okay, let me get working on this and I will go ahead and call you back in when I'm ready. Feel free to head to the lobby for the next 10 minutes or so, and you can just ask the receptionist for a coffee or beverage. We have a list of different things available, and you can just have a little bit of a break until I call you back in. All right, thanks so much. those notes. Welcome back. How was your coffee? It was good. I'm glad to hear. Thank you so much for being patient while I created your itinerary for your vacation. I went ahead and dived into everything I knew about Kauai and the different things you can experience there. Based on your preferences, I came up with a lovely 10-day itinerary, including your travel days, and I'm excited to review it with you. Like I said, we can review this together, and I'll send it over, and you can let me know if there's any changes you have. Okay. So this is your itinerary that we're working with. Now, the first day I've truly outlined a travel day. So it simply is arriving to your destination. Then ideally you'll pick up your car rental. So once you get your car rental, you have the option of first going to your condo. Make sure you get the lay of the land, settle in for a little bit if you want, and unpack, or make sure to get the luggage out. And then you can head over to the nearest grocery store to pick up any supplies for the week, such as water or basic items that you know you'll have for snacks or other meals. Now, you could decide to stop by the grocery store before arriving, but that's completely up to you, arriving to the condo, yeah. Now, the second day is something where you can essentially move this around to any portion of the week, but I felt like it'd be really nice to have some space just in case to really enjoy where you're staying. So because you're staying directly on the beach, I do think it'd be wonderful for you to really enjoy a relaxing day on the beach. So you can grab some coffee from anywhere nearby, bring it back, just enjoy the beach all day, and you can essentially just start to begin to relax and get in the mindset of a vacation, and truly try to disconnect from all your worries that you've experienced from the travel day or prepping for this vacation. Just taking a beat to relax and maybe read or really just enjoy the nature that you're currently staying in. So it doesn't need to be the second day, But I do think having a day like this is just something to really consider incorporating. And of course, for dinner, you could venture out and have a nice dinner out before things close, or grab some dinner to eat at home. But just take some time to relax in all aspects and don't feel the need to try to rush into any particular activity on your second day. All right, for the third day, I went ahead and outlined a South Shore ATV tour where you and your partner can drive some dune buggies or ATVs on a tour, which would be around 3 hours of your day. So you could do that in the morning time, and then you could essentially enjoy the local South Shore area or just head back to the condo and enjoy the beach for the rest of your afternoon. And then you can have a nice dinner to kind of wind down from the day's events. Yeah, and again, you can move everything around as you see fit. Day 4 is going to be a very fun day. This is where you will do the Nepali Coast Sunset Tour, a sunset boat tour, where essentially you take a boat tour around 2:30 p.m. and you will be able to explore the coast with the touring company, and they will provide you dinner, mai tais, wine, beer, and it would be a wonderful experience without too much crazy adventure. It will be quite a bit of your day, so just maybe enjoy the morning at your beach locally where you are and rest up for the big afternoon and evening ahead. So on day 5, I thought it might be a really fun excursion for you to do a sunrise bike ride. So where you are staying on the East Shore, you can locate the beach that has the bike path. I believe in Hawaiian it's Ke ala hele makalai or makalai. I did try to make sure I pronounced it right. It was a little difficult. But that is the bike path, and it's near the shore of the Kapa beach. So you can rent your bikes there on the coast where the bike path is and ride the bike path ideally at sunrise. Now with bike rentals, it may not be available that early in the morning, but what you could do is be there early when things open, watch the sunrise, and then still rent the bikes and do a little morning bike ride. And then I thought it would be really cute for you to rest up after your morning bike tour with a little beach picnic lunch with a near local food stop where you can pick up some food, take it to the beach, and just chill at one of the beaches nearby. So for day 6, that would be a day where you can explore the South Shore a bit more. So I have it where in the morning you can visit the Kauai Coffee Company and explore the grounds, do a self-guided tour, and check out some coffee from their coffee company. You can also visit Old Kaloa Town just to get any, shopping in and just kind of experience the local town. And then nearby you can also visit some of the more famous South Shore beaches like Poipu Beach or the Salt Pond Beach. Yeah, you're kind of just spending your day down in the South Shore, and some of these things you can kind of dedicate to an afternoon or a morning time. Or even towards the late afternoon. Next, we have day 7, and on this day I thought in terms of hiking, if you're up for it and it doesn't seem too strenuous, you could visit the Waimea Canyon, which they like to say is kind of like the Grand Canyon but in Hawaii. It's a beautiful location and something truly wonderful to behold. So if you'd like the opportunity to at least explore it just a little bit, not do anything too strenuous, Waimea Canyon can be a great visit. And then you really can kind of just spend the rest of your day exploring the beach, relaxing, after your morning hike. On day 8, I thought this would be a wonderful day to really relax on the beach. As you can tell, that's a pattern. Get some nice local coffee or breakfast food, and then that evening you can attend a luau. And there is a special luau that I believe is held at the Sheraton. I will need to confirm that. But at that hotel, they do offer a luau experience, and it is right on the ocean. So you do get an ocean view at the luau as well. You're excited for that? Yeah, I think it's really something to try and enjoy if you can when visiting Hawaii. So day 9, we're almost at the end of your trip. This, I thought you could spend more time at the North Shore, visiting the area of Hanalei Town. There is a famous lighthouse there with a great lookout spot, and just explore the town. There is an opportunity to hike near the Nepali coast, essentially. But the hikes are a little bit more strenuous due to the rainy season and the amount of mud that you do have to go through. It's just a bit more rocky, and I didn't think that it would fit you very well, but if that's something you're interested in, there is a very short 2 to 4 mile hike. That being said, it is something to consider that it might be a little too much for you, and it does take up a good portion of your day, sometimes a full day. I considered the fact that you really wanted to just enjoy and relax and not do anything too strenuous. So I think just visiting the North Shore towns and then the Nepali coast tour would truly round out your experience at the North Shore. But again, there is so much to explore, so if you're hoping to see anything else, we can add to this. Exactly. And last but not least, we have day 10 is traveling home. Since you're leaving in the afternoon, you can just enjoy the beach in the morning, grab any last minute coffee from the local spots you like, and then head back to the airport to drop off your car and head home. What did we think of the itinerary so far? You like it so far? I'm really happy to hear that. I hope I got most of the things that you're hoping to experience, and it has a nice mixture of things to do, to eat, and some activities like riding a bike, which isn't generally too difficult or scary. So, if this seems like a nice itinerary to start off with, I'll send it over and you can review it for any further revisions. Wonderful. Okay. All right. Well, that looks to be like our session today. I'll go ahead and send over this itinerary and all the accommodation information that we went over today. And then you can review that. If you can just get back to me within 48 hours about the flights and stay dates and location, I'll go ahead and book those right away and we'll figure out the payments as well. Wonderful. And then you can have a bit more time with the itinerary, ideally to book out any activities like the luau, for example, or the coast tour, the boat tour along the Nepali coast. I would like to try to get that at least a month in advance. We have obviously quite a bit of time, but if you can just verify any changes with me, I want to make sure we book all your activities so you know what to expect when you go on your trip. Wonderful. Okay, so let me make a note to email the accommodations 48 hours to confirm, and I will attach the itinerary for your review. Wonderful. All right, I think we're all set. Did you have any more questions for me today or wanted to go over anything else for our session? You're good? All right, well, thank you so much for going over all of this with me. I look forward to our next appointment. You can go ahead and check in with our receptionist and she'll go ahead and book our next appointment together. Beautiful. Yes, I look forward to our next meeting. I look forward to making sure we get your itinerary in a perfect place where you feel absolutely excited and comfortable with everything. But by the looks of it, you're already excited for the trip ahead. Yes, I'm excited for you to explore the beautiful island of Kauai. And thank you so much for choosing us to help you book your vacation. All right, well, I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you soon.